happy day late Thanksgiving, and more importantly, happy Black Friday. I've got a ton of stuff. Wasn't planning on making a Black Friday video, but I have to. I do, because I got too much stuff. Didn't think I was going to get this much stuff, but I did. It's okay. Adding a lot to the Blu-ray collection and 4K collection today. So, without further ado, we're just going to dive right in. Before I do, make sure to subscribe, like button, hit the bell if you're not already all on that. And while you're down there, comment down below, what are your pickups for Black Friday? Or if you got a lot like I did, you can just tell me your favorite pickups or whatever. And with that said, let's dive right in. We're going to go with the items that aren't movies first. That's 3 of them. So the first one I got is Mortal Kombat 1 on PlayStation 5. Now, I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat guy. I really like the movie from a couple of years ago. But I played a couple games with some friends, and then I had, like, one of the Mortal Kombat's game where, like, it had, like, a yellow cover or whatever. And, like, that's fun. It's a fun game to play with my brother. Always wanted to play this one just because, like, of the characters that are in it. I've seen that Ghostface is in it, Homelander's in it, and some of the gameplay looked fun. So, like, it's always a fun game to play with your siblings. I've never done story mode, so I might even start story mode on this one. But, you know, it could be just a fun enough game. I'm not expecting, like, a perfect game. But to play with my brother, play with my family, it should be a fun game. And my mother actually bought this for me. She's actually kind of excited to play it with me, too, which is crazy. So, yeah, that was the first pickup that my mother bought. The second one, Oswald Cobblepot, Oz Cobb, as he's known in the Penguin Show from the Batman. I'll explain this orange sticker here in a little bit, but I mean, you can't go by without buying an Oswald Cobblepot Funko Pop after the show. I mean, that show was great, and, you know, I didn't have an Oz Cobb Funko Pop, so I just had to get one. So, I like the design, too. It's not as grisly as his design from the Penguin Show, but it's from the Batman movie. The Batman movie is great. Had to pick that up. And then the last thing I got that is not a movie. This is going to be a big one. See if I can do this. I don't know how much of the frame. Oh, it is getting in a lot of the frame. It is Where the Scary Things Are. My dad actually pointed this out and said that it was cool, and I realized it's only $10, so I decided to get it. It's got Freddy, Jason, Chucky, Pennywise, Michael Myers, and Leatherface on it. Huge horror fan. If you're not new to the channel, if you don't know, I am a huge horror fan. So that was pretty much a must pick up for me. I don't have anywhere to put it in my room, in case you can't tell by, like, the different background. It's a mess right now. I'm fixing up the studio, but that's definitely going to find its way in the studio, I think. So let's dive into the movies. And I told you I would explain the orange sticker. The orange sticker is because V-Stock, one of my favorite stores, was doing a buy 2 or buy 1 get 2 free thing. So, like, it was on anything. So this had the orange sticker. So I think I bought this one, and then I got 2 items free. This whole stack right here that I'm going to go through are going to be the movies that I got for free. First one being Kingsman: The Secret Service. Saw this one for the first time when I did my Matthew Vaughn ranking when Argyle came out. And this was my favorite of his. I love this movie. It's a highly stylized, highly fun action movie. Watched it on HBO Max. Didn't own the physical copy. Has a sale sticker on it. Pretty much a must-buy for me. I really, really like this movie. And it's going to be one that I'm going to probably rewatch quite often. These next 2 go together. The Dark Knight Rises. My favorite movie of all time, and I don't own it on Blu-ray. I have a DVD copy that I don't watch. I just watch it on HBO Max, but I don't own this on Blu-ray. I'm kind of embarrassed to get it on Blu-ray when I could get it on 4K. I think they have a 4K of it. Anyways, but it had the sticker on it. I'm like, you know what? I don't have it. I'm going to pick it up. I love this movie. The Heath Ledger's Joker is great. It is just a brilliant story by Christopher Nolan set in the Batman universe. Really love this movie. It's my favorite movie of all time. And then this. I only saw half this movie and hated it. I did watch the made-for-TV version a long time ago, but I never actually finished this movie, and I've been really meaning to go back and check it out. So I had to buy this and, you know, add it to the collection as well. I do already have this, but it's a Goodwill copy, and I don't know if the disc is accurate, so I decided, you know what, buy 2, get 1 free, or buy 1, get 2 free. Had to pick it up because of the orange sticker. So I am kind of excited to revisit this one, but also nervous because I really did hate it the first time I watched it. Another DC project, Wonder Woman. Don't actually own this one on Blu-ray. It's one of the better DC movies. I really do enjoy this one. Gal Gadot is great. Chris Pine, both of their chemistry is great. And I don't understand the unnecessary hate for Gal Gadot. Yeah, she has been in some stingers, but I don't actually think she's that bad of an actress. I think that's one of my most underrated opinions. But I really do enjoy this movie. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray, obviously, just because it was on the sale. And then another one I revisited for the first time this year. Wasn't a big fan of before, but found that it's one of my favorite MCU movies. Captain America, The First Avenger. I think this movie is great. It's a great origin story for Captain America, and had everything that I want from the MCU. And this one kind of reinvented the spark that I love for the MCU, where not everything was the same. Superhero movies can still be fantastic storytelling, while also having the big giant action pieces that all the superhero movies have these days. Except this one is like more smaller than the rest of the some of the current MCU movies. Had to pick it up because it was the buy two, get one free. And then we move on to this stack. This is everything I got at V-Stock that wasn't on the sale. Let's keep it with the MCU with Iron Man 3. The most underrated MCU movie in my opinion. Absolutely love this one. Yeah, the twist with the Mandarin isn't great, but Shane Black, it is a fun spy thriller movie, while also being in the MCU, where it strips Tony Stark of his suit. But it also is able to have all the superhero stuff and all the story stuff and everything that you love from an Iron Man movie, while also kind of remixing the genre, being a spy movie within the MCU. So this is one of my favorite movies in the MCU. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray. And then the first of two 4Ks that I got. It wasn't a big 4K day for me. A lot of it was Blu-ray, but you know what? That's okay. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on 4K. I found this first, told myself I wasn't going to get it, and then I saw my brother picking it up, and I'm like, screw it. I'm going to buy it. And so I did. This is another underrated movie in the MCU. I really do enjoy this one. I find the horror elements to be great. Sam Raimi is a great director, and I think he did fantastic with this one. What they did with Scarlet Witch, finally leaning into the fact that made her a villain inside the MCU, was great. I just think this one is underrated, and I really do enjoy watching every time. And for $12.99 on 4K, had to pick it up. Then we got two movies I actually haven't seen. Let's just do these together. We got The Shining, and we got Dr. Sleep. I don't know if I have Dr. Sleep on 4K already. I don't think I do. Or not 4K, Blu-ray. I don't. I do have it on DVD. I don't have it on Blu-ray. These are two movies that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. I've heard The Shining's great. I know it's iconic. I haven't gotten around to watch it yet. And I really need to. Dr. Sleep, I think I'm more excited to watch. I've heard, honestly, better things about this movie than I did this movie. And I saw trailers for this one when it first came out. It looked awesome. Very excited to check out this one. And I'm kind of excited to check out this one too. Just because, I haven't seen it. And apparently it's a classic. So those two movies, had to pick them up on physical media. A movie I have heard is great for a long time, been wanting to watch for a long time, and never got the chance to. Upgrade. This is a Leigh Whannell movie. Leigh Whannell has a new movie coming out next January, which I didn't think about while buying it. This is just an impulse buy because I've heard it's great, and I've been wanting to watch it for a long time. But I'll definitely watch it before Leigh Whannell's Wolfman. Also need to watch The Invisible Man, even though I've seen tons of bit and pieces about it. But I still need to watch it completely. But this is a movie that I've heard is great, and I'm excited to watch as well. We got my favorite movie of the decade of the 2020s so far. That is Talk to Me. I love this movie. Thought it was fantastic. It was the last movie from last year that I watched. Worked all its way up to the best. I thought this movie was great. It is a disturbing horror movie. It is just about some teenagers having fun with demons and then learning that you really just fricked around and found out, and that's what they did. It is terrifying, and by the time when you get to the end, everything just goes so crazy, and that final shot is so haunting. I love this movie. They actually had two designs, one with the hand, and then this character in the background. I like the one with the hand better, so I picked up this design. They were both $15, but didn't own my favorite movie of the decade on physical media yet. I love that movie. Then we got, and this was my dad's pick. He found it, said he wanted to watch it for a long time. And I've actually kind of been in a Western mood, and it's a Quentin Tarantino movie, which I do need to watch his movies eventually. Django Unchained. Haven't seen this one yet. Don't have much to say about it. But, you know, my dad does really want to watch it. I would be in a mood to watch this one. So it looks pretty good. Has a stacked cast. It's Quentin Tarantino. Picked it up. Should be a good time. And then a new release that we got, and this is going to start the whole pile of newer releases, is Arcadian. I bought this one, first pickup I got, figured I needed to get it. I am doing a whole, like, catch-up for 2024, because there's still a ton of movies I need to see. This is one of them. I've heard that it's like A Quiet Place, but without the sound gimmick, and that at its world premiere, and I've heard this from Sean Chandler's review, you should go check it out, that everyone was talking about the monster design, and just those words alone made me excited for this one. I love the genre, so I'm kind of eager to check this one out. Had to pick it up, and I will be watching it soon. And then these I got at Target. Now, my Target stopped carrying physical media, which I thought was crazy. I went in when I saw Red One right after I saw the movie, and they didn't have any movies or physical media or anything. I was shocked. Completely shocked. And so I went into Target, and I was shocked that they had physical media today. So it's just a bunch of new releases. It was buy one, get two free. So I just got a bunch of the newer releases I've been meaning to check out. Some of these are from this year. Two of them are from last year. You know what? Let's start with last year's first. These are two movies from December. We got Wonka. Absolutely love this movie. Biggest surprise of last year. Didn't think I was going to like this movie as much as I did, and I did. It's a musical with memorable songs, some fantastic emotions in the movie, great performance by Timothée Chalamet. This is just a feel-good movie that got you in the Christmas vibe, and I loved it. I loved this movie, and I needed to pick it up on physical media. Then we got Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and I never actually filmed a review for this. I saw it in the theater, and then never got a chance to film a review. So I just didn't review it. And so I haven't talked about it much, but I think it's just it's a fine movie. It could be much worse. It's entertaining to say the least, but you know, it was there. I don't have it. I had to pick it up, even though it's not as near as good as that first movie is. And then we got some movies from this year. First up, The Watchers. This is a movie that I saw in the theater, first 15 minutes, painfully hard to get through. I thought this was going to be an all-time stinker, but then after that, it turned into an intriguing thriller with questions that I really wanted answered. I thought it was a pretty intriguing creature design, kind of creepy just a little bit. Not scary, but just a little bit to get a creep up your spine. So yeah, I had to pick it up, and even like the ending that people were saying sucked and ruined the movie, I didn't mind so much. So it's from Ishana Night Shyamalan, M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. I did not pick up Trap today, even though I really wanted to, and that is a much better movie. But this one is a good enough thriller. I did enjoy it. And then we got a movie I haven't seen yet, Horizon: An American Saga, Part 1. Now, I saw the trailer constantly when I went to the movies this summer, and I thought it looked pretty good, but I didn't go see it in the theater because I didn't know what I would think of it. So I did buy the Blu-ray, figured that I am going to need to watch it before the year ends, and so I'll just get in a Western mood. I'll watch this movie, let you guys know how I feel about it. I'm kind of eager to check it out. I hope it'll be good. I really do. I think a really good Western is really good, even though it's not my favorite genre, but I think if I can watch a really good Western, I'll be really into it. That's why I love 3:10 to Yuma so much, the James Mangold movie, because that is a great Western and got me in the mood for Western movies. Then we got The Bike Riders. This is a movie that, again, I liked much more than a lot of people. I found the cast to be great. Austin Butler, not his best role, but it's still pretty good. Jodie Comer, Tom Hardy, both great. It tells a story that could bore me easily, but is also I'm very intrigued in. And it kept me very intrigued the entire movie. Dialogue is great. This is a movie that a genre like this can make me very bored. And the highest compliment I could say is, didn't make me feel like I was sitting there for hours. Made me feel like I was sitting there for an hour and a half. Got its point across and really worked for me. I really enjoyed The Bike Riders. Had to pick it up on Blu-ray. And then a movie that released in January that is really good, that is from a genre I'm not a huge fan of, The Beekeeper, which is like a John Wick knockoff, where, you know, you got the guy who's retired from the business, something bad happened to him, he's back, baby, to kill the people he wants revenge on. We had one last year called Sisu, which I thought was absolutely horrible, and so I was very nervous to watch The Beekeeper, and I watched it, thought it was really good. Jason Statham really good in here. Great action sequences. Always finds a way to make it pop. Always has a new unique thing to happen. Sometimes the movie can feel overcrowded, but it's enough to be entertaining. And for a January movie, it was much better than I thought it would be. I really enjoyed The Beekeeper. Had to pick it up as well. And the final movie I picked up for Black Friday this year was disappointing because I wanted the 4K Steelbook, but none of my Walmarts carried it. So I said, screw it, and just picked up the 4K anyways because I still like the art design. It's in my top 20 of the year so far. Beetlejuice. Now, apparently a lot of people from my YouTube short out of the theater reaction thought that hated the movie, which is not true. Speaking to you, my best friend, but he loved the movie and like watched half the review when I said all the negatives from it. I thought this was a very fun time. It felt like a Netflix movie, but in the best way possible, where it's just like doesn't have the biggest and most grand story, but it does have enough to keep you entertained as a legacy sequel. Beetlejuice is back. Very entertaining. This is just an entertaining movie that I saw with my mother. Me and her both really enjoyed it. My brother hated it, but I really liked it, so I had to pick up Beetlejuice on 4K. And that is everything I picked up. Let's try to get them all in a frame. Oh, there's more. There is more. Alrighty, Betty. Picked up all these. All of these I did pick up. That was my pickups for Black Friday. Let me know down below what were your pickups for Black Friday. While you're down there, subscribe, like button, hit the bell, and comment down below. Again, what are your pickups for Black Friday? Stay tuned for just in a day or so. The Gladiator 2 review will be out. I've seen it twice, and I am going to review it soon. With that said, subscribe, join the Army. Peace out.